Welcome back to Tool Talk. Today we're going to do an unboxing on an LED light. Difference being this is solar powered. This is an Ener-J 300 watt LED light. Let's get stuck in. Now I did unpack some of this earlier. There was some assembling to do. There was some assembly to do. So I thought I'd do that before I show you guys, otherwise that'd make a really boring video. In the box, we've got a 3-pin household plug with the USB port. Along with that comes a cable, obviously with the USB end, but also an adapter that allows you to plug it directly into the mains if you wish. We've got 4 fixing bolts, 2 for the light, 2 for the solar panel, and we have the remote. Now, this remote has got the on-off switch, which you'd expect from a light. We've also got the ability to dim the light down, turn it up. You've got timers on it, so we've got 4 hours, 2 hours, 6 hours, and auto. The reason why I bought this light is the fact it is solar powered, so it's light and battery. I went down to the local wholesaler, CF, and told them my situation. So look, I don't want to spend a fortune on having loads of cable put in. I want something that's a bit more off grid. They said, right, give this product a try. It's got great battery life, so just reading these instructions, remember to read the instructions, it's got 10 to 12 hours of battery life in it, which for an LED light with a battery, I think is pretty good. Charge time of 6 to 8 hours. So I have plugged it in. We can give it a press and see how bright it is. So all off the remote. Don't know if you can see that on camera, but that is bright. We've just turned the lights off in here, and that was on auto, by the way, I didn't press a button. You can see that is pretty bright. There are 2 settings too. You can have it 100% setting or 50% setting. We had a quick look at the instructions a minute ago, and we can see that the instructions actually show them for an older model. Straight away you can tell the remote's not the same. It hasn't got the M function, which is to check for connection. It's IP65 rated unit. It's also got IP65 rated connectors, and it's got a good 5 meters of cable. So I can put that on the roof of where we're putting it, and I don't have to worry about short cables and whatnot. But if I didn't want to go solar with this, I've also got the option of connecting straight in to a plug as well. It lights up at 3000 lumens, so hence why it's so bright, and it's got a 30,000 milliamp battery on it. That's what gives it the ability to hold charge and work between the 10 and 12 hours. It'll also be interesting to see how it fares in winter months when you've got shorter daylight hours and a cooler environment. Will that significantly drop the amount of power it's holding in the battery? So to pick up feel, it's actually quite weighty. The metalwork frame on it doesn't feel like it's just going to fold on you. The body feels quite robust. It's got a load of screw fixings around the back, so I would say there's probably a potential, if anything was to ever happen with it, you could go to the wholesalers where I got it from or send it off, or they might send you replacement parts. You probably take that panel off. But I'm not going to mess with it because it's a new unit and I don't want to avoid any warranties. Looks like you might be able to link another one up. So it's got another plug on the bottom. It doesn't say anything on here. Probably be that you could link another one directly onto this one. So also on the front, we've got screws around the face of the panel. I'm not sure if that's all this bit or if it comes 2 separate parts. I would say it is this front cover. So if that got damaged, you could replace that as well. The solar panel, as mentioned before, it comes with a great big length of cable, so 5 meters. This is like one of our other videos, putting the cable away, which means we've got to get this massive cable out yet again. Look at all that. The framework of it doesn't feel very special. It's just a flimsy metal. It's got wing nuts on the sides there. I mean, I did put these on hand tight, but you could get a screwdriver behind them and then lock them into the place you want them at whatever angle you want it. The connector on the back, again, it says it's IP65 rated, but yeah, I don't want to start messing about that too much because I don't avoid warranty. This is my own. I don't want to break it. Feeling it doesn't feel really rugged, and it feels like you could damage that quite easily. But really, when you think about it, that's going to be on a roof or a high space where it's not potentially going to get any damage. A light could be lower, so you might be on a lower workshop or something like that. That might get damaged. I couldn't see why they'd make that really, really robust. It's just a panel that's supposed to be out the way, just getting the rays, just chilling out in the sun. You could take it to site because you could charge it up, and if you're working, I don't know, on a renovation project, you might think, actually I don't want to have loads of lights around, I want to take something and work in a room, I'll put it in the corner, jobs are good. And it could act as a work light. You can't detach the lead from the solar panel. When I said it was mains powered, then I plugged it in briefly and used it whilst it was in. Now, there's no override to stop it from being turned on when you're charging. So that's the reason why I said it was mains powered, and it hasn't said otherwise in here. If you were on site and you wanted to use that mains powered, then you might have an extension lead you can run out to it, plug it in, and it'll keep it charged up all day whilst you're working away. This is the first time I've dipped my toe in with solar. I've toyed with the idea before, but I've always gone and hardwired my lighting. But for me, having cables trailing everywhere, getting sparking to put the cables into consumer unit, an extra cost. I bought this for £100. So for me, it was like a quick fix. If I was a trade that was going site to site, I could use it as a portable light. If you're working in a works premises and you just need that little bit of extra light, but you don't want to spend a fortune, for me, at the moment, this is perfect. But I'm yet to test it long term, see how it benefits. For £100 for something this quality, I'm more than happy to pay it. I think that this would be ideal for anyone that's working in low lit areas, in renovation projects. I'm using it to light up an area of my yard. I'm planning on getting a couple of these. One, because they're maintenance free, put the solar panel on the roof, link the cable up, jobs are good in, got the remote for it. And two, look at the labour costs. I can put these in myself without having to be qualified. So I'm saving myself loads of money on labour and long-term costs of running them. If you're a homeowner, you might find this is really beneficial. You might want a light on your garage, in your outside space, but don't want to pay for hard wiring, don't want to get an electrician. This would be a great start. I mean, again, I said earlier, this is the first time I've dabbled in solar. I'm going to use this and then I can leave a proper review once I've used it for a bit. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that. So this has been the Ener-J 300 watt solar panel light. I'm looking forward to using this, and if you've got anything like this, let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Did that hold power in it as well? I can't remember if it held anything. Yeah.
Sweet Jesus.
Sorry. Is that bright enough?
That was bright.
Yeah.